time. It is time to brew your best beer.
The 2016 Sjporr Challenge is dedicated to your friend and ours, Paul Wickstein. Brought to you by Brewcraft USA, iMake, Gladfield Malting, Yakima Valley Hops, The Grain Bill, Brewers Exchange, Keg Kingdom Homebrew Supply, Hiraki Homebrew, and a special thanks to our silver sponsors.
Howdy, folks. It's Sjporr here at Little Face Brewing. It's Monday, December 17th. It's a day after the scoring closed for the playoffs of the 2016 Sjporr Challenge. Brew a sessionable beer for a thirsty world, the U.S. and Canadian round. It's a day after. That means I know who's moving through. And I'm pretty sure it's right there. Oh, it's right there. Oh, look. It's upside down sideways. Oh, this has been fantastic. I want to put a big shout out to everybody that took part in the challenge. I mean, across the world. But especially right now with the U.S. and Canadian, because that's the part that we're at right now. You guys have all across the globe have been on top of things. The scores have been coming in. Everything's coming in on time. Everything's happening the way it's supposed to happen. We only had a few hiccups here along the ways that were easily fixed and easily overcome. Congratulations and thank you and just well done to everybody out there that's taken part in this year's challenge. Just getting your scores in on time is huge. You don't even know how huge it is, especially with some of the hurdles. Hell, we had a hurricane come through, that slowed things down. We had some shipping issues, but you did it. You got it done. So proud and humbled by you all. It's fantastic. The other part of this is the scoring. Going through all the scoring, these beers are phenomenal. Well done. And the scoring shows that. It really does. When I go through, I remember going through my beers and thinking, I got that first one in me and I'm like, oh boy, that was pretty good. I put a pretty good beer in. I'm happy with it. And I get into my second beer and it's like, whoa, yay. Now that one's pretty good too. What the heck? And then the third, they were all that way. It was super tough to go through and get decent, accurate, and honest scoring on these beers. It was tough. It was agonizing at times and whatnot because they just kept getting better, So great job to all the guys and gals out there that took part in this part of the challenge. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Another big shout out goes to the hubs for staying on top of everything. What goes on behind the scenes of the Sjporr Challenge is incredible. Somewhere along the line we should just do a behind the scenes video, on what takes place. And actually that would probably make a decent reality TV show, to be honest with you, with what all goes on. But huge shout out and a huge thank you goes out to all the hubs, and that across the globe. So great job, everybody. The way I'm going to go through this, I'm going to read off just your identification numbers. We've been through the anonymity, and I know I said that wrong. Anonymity, that word right there. That's the one. To where everybody's anonymous. For the most part, going through, not for the most part, they've been anonymous. I had, all the beers, I had no idea whose was whose. And it was kind of cool. Not that it would have swayed me in any way, but it was kind of cool going through these and not really knowing, whose beers were whose. So I'm going to keep that theme going. I'm going to start at the third, and I'm going to work my way up to the first for each hub. So let me put on my glasses. Again, this is the playoff side of it. So all I have written here are the identification numbers. I'm not saying anything what kind of beer, who it is, or nothing like that. This is just the way we're going to go through this one. So for the playoffs of the 2016 Sjporr Challenge, U.S. and Canada, third place in the West. On the West, third place is 87Z, 84D, 34U. So I'm going to put that right here. In second place, 79W, 34Z, 86J. Right here. Bam. In first place on the West, 28V, 34L, 58Z. Right here. Congratulations to you three for moving on to the finals, and way to represent the West Coast. Moving on to the Heartland. In third place, 99E, 23B, 87E. Right there. In second place, 96Q, 95F, 96T. Right there. In first place, 63F, 94C, 46E. Right there. Congratulations to you three. You're moving on to the U.S. and Canadian finals. Side note, there was a tie for third place. So what I did was I looked at how they were ranked. 5 people had one of the beers in the top 3, and 6 had the other one in the top 3. So that was the tiebreaker. The one that had the 6 in the top 3 is what moved on into the third spot. In the Northeast and Canadian hub, third place, 94S, 29P, 94J. Right there. In second place, 56Z, 78T, 53W. Right there. And in first place, 24R, 83U, 34T. Right there. Congratulations to you three. You're moving on to the U.S. and Canadian finals. And in the Southeast, we have third place is 32R, 53P, 75V. Right there. Second place, 96G, 79P, 44C. Right there. And in first place, 86H, 99W, and 32N. Right there. You three are moving forward to represent the United States and Canada in their finals. Side note on the Southeast, there was actually a tie for second place. So I did the same theology that I did with the tie for third place, and the ranking is what determines second and third. So there you have it, folks. Those are the top 3 from each hub moving forward into the finals. You'll be sending, I believe it is 12 beers of 12-year beers to the hub. The hub is to be determined, and I'll get that out shortly, very short. We'll put another, we'll make sure the emails go out so you know who you're sending your beers out to. I envy yous that move forward. Fantastic. Applause to everybody that has taken part thus far. Stay tuned for the rest of the world. We've got October 30th is going to be the next set of announcements. So stay tuned. We ain't done with this one yet by any stretch of the imagination, people. I'm getting out of here. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. Enjoy the fruits of your labor, folks, and brew wonderful beer that gets you on that list right there. Cheers, everybody. I love this. So cool. Peace.